Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see here, we're at the start of another Jersey Quest Be GM mode, this time in NHL 2011. So I think I'm sticking with the kind of keeping one long videos. This is kind of a quick intro section where we talk about the team, player, and jersey. So as you can see, team, we're playing as the Phoenix Coyotes, RIP, in the 2010-11 season, where they did make the playoffs that year. That was the year before they made their conference finals run, but they did make the playoffs this year as well. But our player, Jersey Quest player, go to Edit Lines, NHL, and we go to Defense, and we go here. I don't know why he's on the left side, but is Adrian Aucoin. He was traded to the Islanders at the 2001 NHL Draft, and then spent the next 3 seasons there pre the lockout. They said the first part of the 2000s pre the lockout with the Islanders, making the All-Star game one year. But as I said, because we kind of started with this theme of kind of trying to do kind of players who hit like certain milestones, kind of making like little lineups as we go. So he is kind of the first right shot defenseman that had played for the Islanders that hit like 1,000 games, had the least amount of games played. There were like 3 other left shot defensemen that had kind of hit in between Eric Brewer's 1,009 games played and Aucoin's eventual 1,108 games played. But as I said, we're doing kind of a lineup: goalie, left defense, right defense, left wing, center, right wing. So those 3 guys, one of which is active, so they might kind of move further up the list depending upon how long they keep playing for. Will kind of be in future ones, but so he's the first right defenseman, so that's why we're all the way up to 1,108 games played. But he did play his 1,000th game in the 2010-11 season with the Coyotes on March 20th against the Chicago Blackhawks, which was a loss. I think it was like a 2-1 loss to the Blackhawks that day. But yeah, so as I was at home, so they were wearing their kind of nice brick red kind of jersey with a kind of the Howling Yote head on it. So it's a nice one. Not my favorite Coyotes jersey, but it is. I like the kind of like the brick red color and stuff, and the logo, Coyote logo, head logo is cool. Even though I was like most people prefer the Kachina, I think the Kachina is also cool, but I like the Howling Yote head as well. But yeah, so it's the player, jersey, and the reason why, and the team obviously. So the last thing is kind of this first season we should, as I said, make the playoffs. As the Coyotes made the playoffs as the 6th seed in the West, and then I think lost in the first round to someone. Let's scroll down. I can probably scroll down here. They lost to the Red Wings. They got swept by the Red Wings. Where wow, okay, that's great. I didn't realize that. Because I guess this is the last season the Thrashers were in existence, and I guess apparently there was like rumors circulating before their first round series against the Wings that they were going to be basically moving back to Winnipeg if they like got eliminated. But obviously that didn't happen. The Thrashers are the ones who got moved to Winnipeg, and the Coyotes ended up lasting, that like decade and a half ish more before basically becoming the Utah Mammoth. But yes, we should make the playoffs, and I guess we'll see if we can redeem our sweep at the hands of the Red Wings and make a further push. But if not, it's going to be dicey because as you can see here, he is what 37 and does not have his contract info. Let's actually check that. Let's just go into contracts and just check that out right now, quick before we end. Because he ended up, I think, retiring after the 12-13 season, because he like played 10-11, 11-12 with the Coyotes, and then signed with the Blue Jackets and retired after the 12-13 season. But we got to see if we go to contracts, main roster, sort alphabetical. Yeah, so he's got 2 years left. So I guess we should, hypothetically speaking, get 2 year, like at least these 2 years out of it before he probably ends up retiring. So he'll be what 39 before the start of the 12-13 season. So I doubt the game will let him stay, especially because his potential is a D and his overall is what a 79. So yeah, I guess we probably have 2 seasons, which is also why I'm kind of doing this the one larger video because it's probably gonna end up being kind of short. But hopefully we can kind of pull a bit of a miracle and win the cup one of these 2 years. But if not, kind of is what it is. But yeah, so that's kind of the intro section. So I'm going to stop talking. And when I start talking again in a couple seconds, it'll be with the 2010-11 season recap. So as you can see here, we're in the retired players screen pre the draft of after the 2010-11 season. And as you can clearly see here, that Adrian Aucoin is retired after playing, was it 1,015 games in this career mode. So obviously that means one, that we're at this point they didn't win the Stanley Cup, and then two, because he's retired, this means this is a failure, unfortunately. And let's kind of get into it to see how kind of painstakingly close it was for us here. So, no, I don't want to play that game. Yeah. Top 5 picks, none of that really matters. Okay. So let's go into Stat Central, look at the standings. So as you can see here, we've finished first in the West with 101 points. So a really solid regular season. In terms of player stats, I guess I can pull up. You're not going to be able to see Aucoin's stats, I assume, because he's retired now, but I guess we'll find out when we pull it up. Yeah, you won't be able to see them. So if we sort by that. So Shane Doan was our leading scorer in the regular season with 31 goals, 38 assists, 69 points. Aucoin had a solid regular season. He had 14 goals, 36 assists for 50 points, so really solid. Especially considering he ended up retiring, but so I probably think he probably could have gone another year at least, but it is what it is. And then, obviously, since we finished first in the West, that means we made the playoffs. So let's pull up the tree. And as you can see here, we lost in 6 games in the Cup Finals to the Pittsburgh Penguins, who were really like this close to winning the Cup of this first season, but unfortunately we didn't. So you see, we got matchup against the Predators, round 1. Won the first 3 games 2-0, 5-1, 2-1. Nashville then won the next 2, 4-2 and 6-2, and we finished them off in Game 6 with a 5-2 win. Canucks, another 6-game series. So they won Game 1, 4-1. We won Game 2, 4-3. They won Game 3, 5-1. Then we took the next 3, 6-3, 5-2, and 5-3. And we got matched against Calgary in the conference finals. The first, top 2 teams in the conference faced off in the conference finals. Kind of basically the same kind of situation as the Canucks series. Calgary won Game 1, 5-2. We won Game 2, 3-2. They won Game 3, 3-2. Then we won the next 3, 1-0, 8-1, 5-2. To make it to the Cup final. Penguins won Game 1, 5-0. Game 1 and 2 by 5-0 and 4-3. We then tied the series with identical 3-2 wins. Then Pittsburgh took the next 2 games 4-1 and 2-3. 3-2 to eliminate us in the Cup final. It's really disappointing, especially considering Aucoin ended up retiring. So then if we look at player stats, so Radon Verbata and Shane Doan were our 2 leading scorers. These had 21 points. Aucoin had 3 goals and 3 assists for 16 points. So again, pretty solid production from him. So I am kind of a little mystified as to why he retired, especially because he had a year left on his contract. But not much I can do about it. So looking at kind of the awards, obviously Penguins won the Cup. Rangers won the President's Trophy with, 105 points. We won the Clarence S. Campbell Bowl. Penguins won Prince of Wales Trophy. Art Ross went to Ilya Kovalchuk. He finished with 114 points. Hart went to Pekka Rinne. This is one of the games where goalies seem to win a lot of those kind of awards. He won the Hart. Norris went to Eric Brewer, who was a friend in our last Jersey Quest. So he was obviously on the Blues at this point in his career, and he won the Norris. Lady Byng went to Sidney Crosby, who finished second, scoring with 101 points. Calder went to Andrej Pavlich of the Atlanta Thrashers. As I said, Conn Smythe went to Marc-Andre Fleury, so kind of, again, goalies favored in these kind of awards. Hesden went to our goalie is Ilya Bryzgalov. Jennings went to Henrik Lundqvist of the Rangers. Masterton went to Brandon Dubinsky of the Rangers. Selke went to future Islander Andrew Ladd of the Thrashers. Lindsay went to Crosby. And the Rocket Richard went to Ilya Kovalchuk. So, obviously, since Aucoin retired, can't continue. So this one will be a failure, unfortunately, especially as I said, because we were like so close to it being a success this first season. But not much we can do about this. Might be one again at some point in the future we'll revisit. Maybe kind of get redemption, try again. But sucks. But I just have to live with it, and move on. So this is kind of going to be it. So it's going to be a very short, like Jersey Quest in a single episode kind of situation. That's really just going to be the intro and this kind of recap here. So it's very short. But yeah, thank you for checking out. Next on the channel, giving another kit quest. Not sure if it's going to be another, because we've been doing a lot of the like kind of Euros or World Cup modes recently, just because some of the players, it's like kind of not that easy to get like kits from them, like their club career before they came, like before winning the Europa League at Spurs. So kind of is what it is. So it might be another one of those, depending on who's up next, or it might be someone who actually we can do there's something from their club career. But yeah, so as I said again, thank you for checking this one out. Sucks that we were like again so close to winning, but fell short. And hopefully we'll have better luck than that in next Jersey Quest and next Kit Quest, which the Kit Quest will be the next thing on the channel. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you do check that out.